Really Charlie podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie podcast. Bumping through your broadcast. Grab a chair and fill your glass.
Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. My name is Charlie Perry, and I am here every Tuesday night, 6:30, about 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, and just here to highlight some of my guests, some of my friends and family from the community, and even people I never met before, so that's what we do here on the Really Charlie podcast. And so I also want to mention WNB1 Radio. You can download the app on your Android or your Apple devices. Just there's a logo just above my head, WNB1. Spell out the word one radio, and also go to the website WNB1.com and check out all the shows and listen to the music 24 hours, 7 days out of the week. That's what we do at WNB1 Radio. So, but feel free to add the radio station to your devices, and you can listen to much of the music that we B-Mags puts out there, and some great stuff. All right. Today's guest is going to be Kenneth DeBarros and Julio Concepcion. I hope I pronounced that right, and they are local weightlifters, and they are getting ready to go to a competition, and hopefully they bring home some prizes, and definitely working hard, looking good, and doing the right stuff. So but they'll be on within a few seconds. I know they're around. They're in the studio. So we are going to have them on here. Please, everybody, friends and family, share this podcast on your Facebook page. And that way it's public. Actually, when you share it, make sure on your page it's public so your people can interact with the podcast and share some comments with these great athletes doing their things. All right, let me see. I'm gonna check out my profile, because I want to make sure that I am actually showing this podcast as a public viewing. So, but this is I can't wait. I'm glad they reached out to me, and we can put them on the podcast and highlight them. All right, they're in the studio, so I'm gonna bring them up real quick, and that way you'll get introduced to them. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's good.
Hey, fellas, what's going on, man?
Hey, Charlie, how you doing?
Looking good,
brother. Thank you.
I showed those pictures to everybody. I said, look, these are my two sidekicks, man. You mess with me, you got problems, man.
Right. Cool.
I love it, man. I am so glad that you reached out to me. I am truly expected to go and see you guys compete. I really want to do that, and because it's exciting, and there's so many guys and girls that are around that are doing the same thing that you're doing. So it's great that there is a championship where you guys can showcase your talents, and I am so glad that Kenny, you reached out to me. So,
thank you, brother. I'm glad I reached out to you too. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for
and now is it Julio or Julio? What do you want me to?
Same guy, Julio.
All right. All depends what side of the city you're on, right?
Yeah.
Love it. Fellas, like I said, I'm so glad that you're here, and let's tell your story, man. So, how long you been doing this? Either one you can answer,
Oh, wow. I've been doing this since I've been a kid, 17, 18 years old. As far as the competitive level, and I've never really competed, but I mean, I was, busy in life doing other things. But, as I get older, it was on my bucket list.
Oh, good, good.
So, I said, you know what, let me make this move now. Well, God gave me the strength to make it happen, Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Is anyone in your family, friends inspired you to do this?
Oh, yeah, yeah. They all inspire. They inspire us. I got a lot of family, so everybody's pushing us. We got a couple guys that are working with us. That's part of the family. Getting us ready for this. That has experience with this. Yes.
Yeah, it's good when you have that support. Sometimes self motivation may not move you as much, but support will kind of get you going. And I'm glad that you guys have the support behind you to keep you moving and grooving. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, you both look good. You're doing the right thing. I'm officially a fat guy, but I got to work on it, and I'm going to definitely be doing that very, very soon, as soon as this week, because as you get older, you got to pay attention to your body. Well, you should pay attention all the time, but I'm going to be 58 years old, and I got to definitely stop paying attention to what I'm doing and eating. So, Julio, go ahead, Ken.
That's what we're here for.
All right, yeah.
To help whoever we can help. Yeah.
Good. My friend Joey Gonzalez is always telling me, come to the gym with him, come to the gym. And, he works out. He's 71 years old, man. And he looks great. He looks better than most teenagers on the street. And it's amazing that you guys have that stamina and commitment. But if you can't do it for yourself, why are you doing it, right? Julio, how long you been in it?
Well, I've been off and on since 11. So, from reading, bodybuilding magazines as a kid, just telling my cousin, my cousin and I were just saying, we want to be bodybuilders one day. Was always into sports and athletics and so on and so forth. So, I know my way around the weight room, but never really got into the bodybuilding aspect of things.
True.
Probably it was 2020. I suffered a stroke.
Wow.
And I think I was one of the first guys to get COVID. So I was sick for about 11 weeks. I was hospitalized. I had heart failure. I was about 254 pounds and went to the hospital, was admitted, and they just, I was like a 40-year-old guy with heart failure. And I was like, what the heck's going on? And so, then from there, I started really taking my health serious. And I went vegan for about 2 years, and my heart got straightened out. And then really started getting serious with my learn how to eat, learn how to diet, which was really good. And then on to bodybuilding. They told me I couldn't work out for those 2 years, but I was frustrated with that. So probably about 2022, where I started engaging, I was about 270 pounds. In 2020, I bought a house. And actually 2021, I bought a house in 2020 and just worked on that house for 90 days and gained 50 pounds because in the hospital, they stripped me down to about 219 pounds. And so I was looking real thin. But then in 2020, I gained 50 pounds. So I was 270 pounds. Man. And when I walked into the doors of that gym, I remember getting off the couch and just saying, you know what, that's it. And just went to town for the last 3 years, just really hardcore, and completely changed my physique. If I was to show you the pictures, I show people the pictures all the time. They say, you don't even look like the same guy.
Yeah,
I never let myself really get like that, but it just happens.
Yeah, it does. But you look great. I'm glad your health is better because as we all know, we all lost some people in COVID, and during the pandemic rather. And it's a scary situation, scary times, and I lost a very dear friend of mine, and but his health was poor, and then got COVID, and it made it even worse. And so now I got to go see him in the cemetery. It's devastating. But on a good note, this New England competition is this is something that I just been seeing this year, mainly because of the guests like you. I had Joshua Davis on it and his crew, the Timeless. I believe the team is called Timeless. Well, anyways, they were on, and they do a lot of things. They're basically just starting out, just started competing, and they were doing pretty good. They had a competition that I didn't go to, but this one I want to go to in November. That's November 2nd in Roxbury, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, right downtown Boston, at the
Tremont.
club on Tremont Street, Club Royale.
Okay. And the craziest thing is I've seen the place, rode by it, but to say where, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just broke up a little bit.
Yeah, there was a little glitch for some reason. So tell me what leads to this championship? How do you get invited to it? Are you competing just statewide or throughout the region? I mean, that's common sense because it is New England Championship.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you don't have to be from New England. You can come out, or you can be from somewhere else and come in and do this New England Championship. It's been going on for some years now. It's been going on since the 80s.
Nice.
They changed the venue back to Boston, but last couple of years with the COVID and all, they were having at the Lynn Auditorium. But this year it's back in Boston.
Okay, good.
So yeah, November 2nd. Yeah.
Right.
So different weight classes, right? Is that how it's done?
Correct. I would be going in, of course, I'll be going in the open class, with the young guys, and then I'll step into the over 50 because I am 55.
Nice.
And I'll do the masters. So I'll take both divisions and just throw at them what I have.
That's it, man. My money's on you.
All
My
right.
money's on both of you.
It's safe here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a gym? Do you have a local gym that you personally own, or do you go to other gyms?
Well, I'm a personal trainer. Both cousin and I, Jermaine, both personal trainers. But I train in New Bedford. We train kind of quite a bit of places. But anyways, New Bedford is like my main home. That down on Purchase Street. That's Champions Gym.
Yes.
And Jermaine.
And I go to Edge Fitness Club down in Warwick, Rhode Island.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
We link up the train together.
Yeah, we mix it up a little bit. We're down the Cape train, so we get different looks. Different gyms, meet different people, network. Yeah, definitely.
Love it. Is this the first championship you're going to? The open? Is this for both of you, or is it the first time for you, Julio?
This is the first competition I've ever entered in my life. Absolutely.
Okay.
And, I entered into the novice, true novice, the novice heavyweight, and then into the open heavyweight division.
Nice.
So I'm doing 3 different divisions, and like Ken said, just throwing what we have at them. And I'm 45 years old. This has been a 4-year goal of mine to get in competition form and compete. And so it's something that we set, in our heads, and it was just a thought one day, and then we're making it happen. So it's awesome,
That's good. Yeah, finish it off, and do the right thing. I hope I did you guys some justice with the reel.
Yeah, look good. We got many compliments.
All right, I was trying to do the best I could.
Great job.
I was messing around with something, but I wanted to make sure that it was something nice, something that stays and maintains. I'm going to do some other things with it, trying to create another intro to the Really Charlie podcast. So, a lot of your pictures are going to end up being in it, and I'm trying to put a lot of my new guests on, and because it needs to be updated. However, it is my favorite song, so
Yeah, right. I got no complaints.
yeah. So now from today up until the competition, what is your daily routine?
Up in the morning, first thing we do, eat.
Yeah.
Breakfast in the morning, depending on what time we train during the day. Sometimes it's different times. Because we're constantly putting food in our body.
Okay.
Try to keep with muscle that we earned. Because when it's time to diet, you lose some because you're trimming down, so you're sacrificing the muscle. So we just try to take as much nutrients as we can to try to save that muscle that we earned. And yeah,
are you gonna try to get your rest up there? That way, in the morning, you're in city
right. Yeah, I'll stay there. I'll go there the night before.
Okay, good.
They'll spray us. They're gonna tan, because we got a tan, so they'll spray tan us the night before. And that morning, there's a pre-judging in the morning at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Pre-judging, pre-judging is basically for the judges. They're really basically taking a look at you and having an idea what you look like, and then they have the evening show, which is the finals. That's at 4 o'clock. Nice. Friday night. That's what I recommend a lot of the friends and family. The 4 o'clock show, night show, Boston Lights, and
Good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Nice. It's gonna be nice. Yeah.
Please, we gotta definitely get your information now that I know that you're trainers, so I could start sending people in your direction, because there are quite a few people that I do know. I send them to different places, but when it comes to weightlifting, I definitely would love to use you two guys and all the different people that come my way. So
awesome. Absolutely. We're here for you, brother.
Yeah, when it comes to boxing, I'm sending them to different spots, and when it comes to boxing, but when it comes to weightlifting, I definitely want to send them your way, and put some money in your pocket, and get some of my friends nice and healthy.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. So now that you obviously you're inspiring each other, and yes. So what I assume is that you both are actually going to inspire other people below you, younger than you, maybe family, friends. What do you do? Are you encouraging them to come and train with you? When they're looking at you and say, "Man, I want to be like you." Are you ready for that? Are you ready to be that mentor for many kids under you or adults under you?
Of course, especially now,
Yeah.
Just like when I was a kid, I needed, adults. I needed someone to look up to. I needed a mentor. So just give back, because there's a lot of kids out here that, that are looking to get into something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Take them away from, whatever negativity might be in their lives,
True.
We all been through, tough spots, tough times. So, we can relate.
Yeah, I'm always trying to send anyone, that's maybe has a difficult situation, or their time is occupied by something that is negative, and I try to give them something to go to, and going to train and do different things, boxing, whether it's getting involved with some music, you can appeal to anybody. You can get a kid's attention by sending them to do those things like music and recording. There's all those things I do know, and I do have contacts. So I'm glad that you guys are doing something, and I would clearly, I'm not going to waste your time. I don't burn bridges. I don't want to burn my bridges with Julio or Kenny by sending you someone that really isn't going to give you, is just going to waste your time when you could be with someone that wants to occupy your time. So just anybody I send to you, I have the utmost confidence that they are going to at least be there for you or with you for at least, let's just say I'll give you a month. All right, 30 days.
So,
They're
so
gonna
a
come
little
in.
dedication, month dedication. That's
Yeah,
cool. Not there.
yeah,
Not there.
yeah. So a friend of mine, Scott, is he's been going through a lot, and he's got away from the training, and I got to check on him now that I'm seeing you two guys. I haven't checked on him in a while, so I got to do that. Sorry to get off subject. This this competition is something that I really, now that I got my attention. Is it advertised anywhere? Is it going to be on any kind of local TV, or is it going to be streamed anywhere?
I believe so. I believe so. We'll have to find out the link so we can send it to you.
Yeah.
Again, we're kind of newbies at it, so but we'll, as far as the media portion of it too. So we'll definitely have to send you a link. Like right now, as I'm talking, I'm sending out your podcast to everybody,
Nice.
so they can hop on and get to know you and see what you're doing. You know, and that's a big deal. It's just connecting, like you said, social media.
I appreciate it. This isn't the first and last time for us, right? Anytime you want to come on, you just kind of reach out like you did, and we'll do something. Even if it's an off day, if it's not a Tuesday or it's not on one of my podcast days, I'll make sure that we can do it. We can do it on another day, Monday through Friday, not Monday through Friday, Sunday through Sunday. I'm always open to do something. And I just want to let you guys know that if something comes into your head, you want to talk about it. It could be you in the gym, right? You're doing something, you set up your phone on the bench somewhere, and you just want to give some tips to someone, or you're kind of talking to someone, whatever it is. Just feel free. You're open to use this podcast in any kind of way that you want.
I think,
yeah. So,
yeah, you got some visitors coming in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Andrew Shapiro here for you. Yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. This is, and this is what it's about, highlighting people, right? You may know someone in your town, your city, that you want to put on this podcast. Just let me know. It's very simple. Kenny, you know that. It's just an easy process. I'm glad you were, you had enough to say, hey, Charlie, I want to come on. Boom, it happens, right? Yeah. And you don't have a slouch near you, man. That dude looks good, man. He just
because it's ready, man. We're focused. We're laser focused right now.
Yeah, and I know you're gonna make us all proud. So
one of the things that you said about the next generation coming up, what I've been seeing since COVID is young kids flocking to the gym, getting healthy. They're in there, they're working hard. And, I've also seen some amazing things. A good friend of ours, Clyde Perry, big up to Clyde. He's been one of our coaches, the whole entire time, of our journey. Kenny and I together, close friend of ours, but he's been a professional bodybuilder since the 1980s, knows all the guys, Flex Wheelers, Lee Haney's, he knows all these guys, worked out with him on Muscle Beach and everything in California. And, he told us, a while back, he said, you know what, people are going to treat you different. They're going to look at you different. And it's true. Like I've never seen such a thing. And people come up to you in the gym, they're asking you for advice. And in the beginning, I'm just still trying to figure this out. But we've been helping people, setting up diet plans. Now, we're not doctors, but I've seen people, take these diet plans that we help them with, eating clean, and turn around type 2 diabetes. I mean, I've seen some of these things happening, and a lot to do, with people's ailments is with the food that we consume. And I can testify to that because that's what happened to me. It's just eating everything coming through the door. I got real sick, right? Mm-hmm. And, so it's a part of that too. And just like you said, I mean, what better thing to give to the next generation is to give them, you know, the knowledge that you gain along the way.
So true. My problem was the diet, it still is. And so as I this past maybe month and a half, I really started seeing some things with my weight gain, and that was alarming for me. You know, I'm glad I caught it, because I would, you know, individuals tend to say, I'm all right, I'm cool, you know, but the weight is a problem, and I understand that weight brings on so many different things. So I'm working on that to get that controlled. So I am going to go on a diet plan, and professional is going to be helping me out. So it's good that you're suggesting that, and I may have some questions, and I'm going to send it your way. So you know, about certain things, and you know, I need a lot of protein and carbohydrates. Carbohydrates in my system. This is what the doctor's telling me, and I'm saying, okay. So I got to work on a lot of those things. But we're waiting for some blood work and make sure there's nothing underlying going on. Yeah, we're gonna start.
Blood work.
Yeah, so true. Blood is amazing. All the things they can figure out and find out. So, but I'm working on that. You have any websites or other than social media, or is that where we reach you? Where will we reach you two guys?
I have the Built Different, right here. Built Different Athletic Performance. I have that Facebook website. I have my regular website, the Kenneth DeBarros website.
Okay.
We're working on a few other things. You know, the new year's going to be huge. We're just trying to get through the show so we can start really implementing different things to our game, to our our profession.
Good.
You know,
I got TikTok, Julio Concepcion, influencer for dads, and my Facebook, Julio Concepcion. You can look me up that way.
Yep.
Also, I own a glass company, Providence Glass and Mirror. So we're into a bunch of different things, but you can find me pretty easy. Ask me for my phone number. But we love helping people. That's one of the things that we do. Is we help people, and people are like looking at us. They're afraid, because they think they're going to have to pay, and we're like, no, it's free. We want to help. And really, and so it's been good.
Well, I'm going to send some people your way. All those, your social media, your websites, anything that you possibly are involved in, I will actually be sharing that on the Really Charlie podcast page on Facebook, and go from there. We're actually on LinkedIn too. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, that we're on LinkedIn. So I like to use that page because, you guys are professional. So why shouldn't people hear about you on a professional website, a press platform? And that's what I aim to do. All right, let's see. Who's this? Andrew says, my old eyes here. It says, y'all got me going to do push-ups.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah. Hey, got to start somewhere, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Actually, push-ups were always my most, that was my preferred way. It just something that, my dad used to tell me. He said, look, you got to learn to push your own weight, and got to work with that, and get that endurance going. And that's what he used to teach me. It says, who's this? Manuel says, you both look in great shape. Kenny DeBarros, your arms are huge. Keep up the hard work. Yeah, that's it. I was. Hey, Manuel, I was looking for another screen. I was actually going to add to the screen. You got to get both their arms in there.
And attached, like.
Yeah. U.S. Army and Marine Corps need those guns right there, man. Love it, love it. The this if there's anything that you both could say to the audience, what is it? You know, either one of you can go first, but it could be anything, encouragement, anything.
Just sometimes you just got to step out your comfort zone.
Mm.
You know, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And you know, it takes time, it takes effort. You know, but we're all capable of doing it. We just need to push. We just need to push sometimes. You know, some of us need to push. You know,
Exactly.
So that's another thing too. Before I forget, this competition is also what they call a was it a national?
National, yeah.
It's a qualifier, national qualifier. So if you're top in your division, in your class, and you win your class, you go to the nationals.
Oh, nice.
The nationals could be a lot of it's going on in Texas. Texas is doing a lot of nationals. A lot of guys that I know that are winning the regionals are going to like Texas for the nationals, and that's when you get your pro card. You win a national show, you get a pro card.
Awesome.
So that's kind of our goal. You know, we're going to see what goes on here, and we'll just keep pushing, and you know, just keep on talking to people. Just keep smiling.
Yeah, it's I'm glad that they kind of put that incentive in it, you know, because competing nationally also brings on some new networking, some new different things for you. And I just like that when there's a huge inspiration or incentive to have you guys, there's girls in it's co-ed, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, and to get you guys, you know, all going and competing and at a greater level, you know, it's not a bad thing to have a weightlifting region, right? You know, that's something that, you know, we can, you know, in California, they have Venice Beach, you know, and everybody wants to go there, you know, and do something. I forget the gym in Miami, South Beach down there. You know, the infamous beach down there, you know, where it's geared to weightlifting and bodybuilding. So, you know, what are you drinking? Is that Jack and Coke or what is it?
No, it's an amino acid. It's a essential amino acid drink that we drink. I drink it throughout the days on my diet.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you cut all the sugars out. So no sodas, no juice, no apple
Coke
juice.
Zero.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
Diet Cokes, if you can diet stuff like that, ginger ale, but this is to my go. I keep this with me.
Yeah.
It comes with a little powder and just keeps the amino acids in the bloodstream, protect that muscle.
Let me ask you, Julio, I'll ask you this question, all right? I just found out that I'm having some kind of I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't make me feel eggs I can't digest them anymore, right? Something's going on. And it's not all the time, it's every now and then. And so I started thinking that maybe the eggs are bad, where I'm getting them and it's causing me to kind of have this reflux. What can I use or what can I eat other than eggs to get that same type of protein?
Well, that leads into what I was going to leave you guys with is one of the things I want to share that I learned is if you can look her up online, she's a doctor. She's called the Glucose Goddess.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of digestion issues come from the way that we eat and the style in which the way that we eat. So there's 4 different glucose hacks, right?
Yeah.
That you can use. And so a lot of the times what happens to us is there's, sugar in everything, right? So you think about kids, what do they eat for breakfast? Sugary breakfast, right? And so your body will crave this sugar all day long. And this is why we attack sugar, carbohydrates, and so on and so forth. So simple hack that you can use is eating a savory breakfast instead of a sugary breakfast, meaning, steak. You can have, eggs if you can digest them, vegetables, sugar snap peas, spinach. That's a savory breakfast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if also another hack that you can use is what I do is I take vinegar, and this helps with acid indigestion. This helps with your digestive tract. If you put a tablespoon of vinegar in your water. Now, water in and of itself is going to go through your body. You're going to just pee it right out. But now, if you add a little bit of baking soda to your water, a little bit of vinegar to your water, now it's going to absorb into your body better.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So put a little bit of vinegar in your water, and this will help your digestion system. And also movement after eating, right? So if you move after you eat, then even if it's just tapping your foot, right? If all you can do is just tap your foot, just move, right? After you eat, don't just sit there, right? Because, and this is what happens when, you ever been on Thanksgiving, you eat your food, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're just in a vegetative state, in a food coma.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to have a little bit of movement after you eat, and that will help the food digest, right? And then put clothes on carbs. So here's another hack: is you eat your vegetables first,
okay,
right? Your protein, and then your carbohydrates. Because usually we go right after the carbohydrates, and what happens is the glucose spikes, right? And if we have enough glucose spikes, that's where we start having trouble with diabetic, issues, right?
Yep.
And digestive issues. So if you eat your vegetables first, and your protein, and then your carbohydrates, it's called putting clothes on carbs.
Okay.
Right? You're just attacking those carbs. And see, this will help you with better digestion. And it's really simple. It's the basic 4 food groups that, we were taught in school, right? Eating a balanced diet. That's key, right? So as far as eggs, are concerned, I can't have milk anymore. It's just, I love milk. Like, I still have to have milk if I'm going to have a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
But I get, totally just,
I get it.
So the substitute for that, for me, is like almond milk or oat milk, which isn't too good for you, but it's an alternative, right?
Yeah.
Now, a good alternative to eggs, is chicken, right? So chicken, so you can have chicken for breakfast. See, what I learned in cardiac rehab was how to eat all crazy. Like, I was like, I'm the one that spoke up, said, we're going to have a salad for breakfast. It was just totally out of order to me.
Yeah.
Right? And she's looking at me like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so we're eating salad, we're eating all these things that I've never had for breakfast because I'm used to having the sugary breakfast, the waffles, the pancakes, the eggs, the bacon, But if we can remember those 4 hacks, it will help us with our digestion, and it will help us also with, our glucose levels and spikes and so on and so forth.
There's one thing that you mentioned that I'm already doing. I've been doing the water with the baking soda, and I had seen that on YouTube, and I said I'll check it out. Let me read about it, make sure it's good for me. I don't want to get on a habit or a routine that's not going to be good for me. So I've been doing that. The vinegar and water. I have a likeness. I love vinegar. So and I have no problem absorbing those things. So that's going to be good for me.
Gross, but it tastes good. It actually sweetens the water. You'd be surprised.
I have no problem with that. I can do those. And I've been doing them. Let me see. Sometimes I try to just learn this from a coach, that sometimes you have to put stuff. You want water to be its essential purpose, right? You want it's made to do something for the human being, and you want to make sure that it does that. Sometimes we put stuff in water and the body digests it and identifies it as food and not water. And so now it ends up going through your system as food, whether it's a certain powder or a certain, he said, sometimes you have to stay away from those things. And that's what someone had taught me. I read upon it. I end up seeing it in a Men's Health article also too. So, but you just have to, and he told me about that, and I said, wow, I never knew that. So, but I love water, cold water, and if it's bad, I don't think it's bad either way you drink it, but I do love it. So, all right, my next question. This is the common question that I have, and with all my guests, and I'm gonna talk with. Let's go to Kenny. Kenny, who would you love to see on the Really Charlie podcast?
Who would I want to see on the? Wow, is it a trick question?
Nope.
All right. Who would I want to see on Charlie's podcast? Wow. Whew,
Julio, now you have time to think about it, right?
Yeah, think about it.
It already came.
Oh, you already came. No, you can answer the question. I got to keep thinking because I'm trying to,
Anybody. Could be more than one. Could be anybody, Because what I do is I
see my 104-year-old grandmother from Cape Cod on here. How she lives to 104.
Yeah.
I would do that. If somebody could put her in front of the camera, I would do that all day.
Okay.
I would do that all day.
That would be awesome.
All right.
Work on that.
All right. I get that. I'm going to say.
That was a pretty good question.
Yeah.
You had me there for a minute, Charlie.
Yeah. I give it to all my guests, and then some guests get in trouble because they're suggesting somebody and not suggesting the other. And
right. Good
so,
stuff.
what about you, Julio?
I'd like to see Clyde Perry.
All right. Okay.
Come on the podcast. He's got a lot of knowledge to kick as far as bodybuilding life. I mean, he's got a lot of, God, he's got a lot of different aspects and avenues, to talk about. Again, being a mentor, to us. Yeah, I'd like to see him come on here.
Okay.
Also, let's see. I'd like to see who's been pretty inspirational as of late. I think.
Now, is this glucose goddess? Is she a friend of yours or?
No, I wish.
All right.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
But she's amazing. If you listen to her, she does podcasts too now.
Oh, good. Well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
She
I'll follow.
Yes.
Yeah, I will follow that and go. I mean, I don't have a problem. I don't have any problem. I get in touch with everybody. I don't
Like
care
to see
who it is.
Roland Estrada from Big Six Boxing Academy.
All right. That appeals to me. That really does. I'll be on it. If I have a problem.
He's actually right there to being able to fight under the lights for a belt coming up soon. I mean, he's a young up and comer. Our company sponsored him since day one in his boxing career, and he's getting up there, man. So we have him come on. Yeah. Oh yeah. November 2nd, he's actually fighting at Mohegan Sun.
Oh, nice.
Be a good guy to have on here.
I'll definitely do that. I have some open dates.
Yes, send Kenny your dates. I'll hook up Roland and Alejandro, see if we can get them on there.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'll do that.
Before this fight.
Yeah, November 2nd, because they're fighting, and because they're fighting out in Mohegan. So the same night we're competing, they're fighting.
Yeah.
We won't be able to make that. We really want.
Yeah. Man, it's I mean, I'm a guy that you put me in front of a ring and just watch some people, box and do the boxing game good, to do it good and do it well. I don't care who it is. It could be a young teenager to a grown man. I just love being there in that atmosphere and
around that all out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially the boxing game. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote a book about a local boxer, New Bedford boxer, Andre McCoy,
Oh, well, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I was still honored to have given the opportunity to do that, and so
You just said his
but-
name, I just got goosebumps.
yeah, it's
That name when I was a kid.
mhm.
You know,
I
God
just
bless
seen-
his soul, with his passing. You know, I had a cousin that fought for a title, the Andre McCoy title, years ago, in the 80s.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I seen his brother just Saturday. It was nice to see him, but I'm glad the family gave me an opportunity to do that. I'm just a poet, I don't know. I didn't know anything about writing a biography, so when they asked me, I was like, "Oh, I think that's out of my league." But end result, it turned out really well, and I met some new people and some great friends that still keep in touch with me. So
that's what it's all about.
Well, guys, I think I did you some justice. I hope, I hope that this is definitely this podcast has put you out there, and but like I said, I'm definitely gonna be there to go see you guys. I'll remember about the night show, so I could time my ride up there, and can't wait, cannot wait.
And then after, we can all go out and eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on some strict diet. So
Yeah.
Cherry pie.
Yeah.
Cherry
It's all
pie
we
is
can
what I've
get.
been craving.
Cherry pie. I can almost pancakes.
Yeah.
Right? It's all good.
It is.
It's all worth it.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to do it again after your competition, we can do it again, do another podcast, get your feedback and how you felt about it, kind of critique it. You tell me what you were who critiqued you and who told you what you can do better, and we'll do an update,
Right. We're definitely going to be critiqued.
All right. Yeah.
We're definitely going to need, they're going to let us know what the next time we show up.
Yeah.
Make sure you bring this up. Make sure,
Yeah.
Mostly
Okay.
it's a learning. It's all learning experience. It's you against you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we
All
do.
right.
It's like
That's
me
the best
against
part about
me. Yeah, I would love it to win, but it's me against me.
Yep.
That's how
Awesome.
I look at
And
it.
how old are you, Kenny?
55.
55.
So
We're not spring chickens, but we're getting out
That's
there.
it.
around here.
Hey, you know what? Know what a 5 and a 5 is? That's a 10, man. You're a 10.
There you go, brother.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
You can do this, Julio. You're gonna do this too, and
Yes, sir.
I am so happy that I got some new friends here, and I'm definitely gonna show you my friendship and my loyalty to you guys from this day forward. So
Appreciate you,
Back
Charlie.
at you, Charlie.
all right,
Brother.
all right. I may ask you again those names, and so I can line them up with the podcast. I'm trying to lock down some dates all the way up until February. So I want to kind of grab my guests now while I have them, and we'll go from there. Because
All right,
the winter time is the best time for my podcast, believe it or not.
This is not a bad time, huh?
No, this is a pretty good time.
Yeah, because
dinner time.
Yeah, dinner time. Everybody works, so it's hard to sit down. This is perfect for people.
Yeah.
Anybody can sit down and watch it.
Mhm.
During work hours and stuff like that. So this is perfect.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do. And I'll always be convenient for my guest. And I just let the audience know that, look, we're going to change the time to make it convenient for the guest, and then we change it, So, but I'm already proud of you too, and let's do this. Let's do this. And
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, man.
all right.
Appreciate
All right,
you.
you need anything, let me know. I'm gonna actually I'll send you friend request, Julio. Also I'm gonna share my cell phone number because I'm always driving during the day. But if you guys have anything you want to tell me or call me, just text it to me and I'll go from there. Here's actually I want to put this comment up here before you leave. Nate Victor, open heart surgery. He definitely heart replacement. Great dude. Was a hell of an athlete. And he says, what's your calorie intake for the day in the off season?
For me, off season,
different calorie intakes.
Shoot, this off season, I only did up to 2,900 calories, and I bulked up to 245 pounds. And right now, I'm at 1,575 calories, and I'm boiled down to 221 pounds, 0.4 right now.
Nice.
Yeah, I was 220. I'm coming from 220 down to 198. So my calorie intake, I can eat. So like I got a fast metabolism, so between 3,500 and 4,000 calories a day. And you know, it's funny because even with the diet, my metabolism is so funny. He was laughing at me earlier. It's like, how many calories you on? I'm like, I'm on the same calories. He's like, how you?
I wish.
You know, so like I'm constantly burning. It's like, you know, it's like I got a furnace in me or something.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so yeah, so I stay around. I'm around 3,000 now, and I'm down to one right here. I'm on the money. Yeah, I'm
good.
4 weeks before the show, so we're like,
he's eating double meat.
Yeah, right, I'm eating double. Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's cool though. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's off season 4,000. You know.
Yeah.
And it's depending. It's depending how you're looking.
Yeah.
Because you're always adjusting them calories.
Yeah.
If I don't look like I'm going to come in like I wanted to come in, then I'm going to have to down my calories and up my cardio.
Right.
See what I mean? So it's back and forth because, you know, food is anabolic. People think, you know, you got it, you have to eat it. You know, and plus, you know, we cut all the creatines out. We cut all the, you know, because, you know, off season, you pack on all that stuff, all the protein powders, all that, because you're looking for calories.
Yeah.
You know, now we're, you know, no dairy, no sugars.
Black coffee.
Yeah.
No brown sugar in your oatmeal.
Right. Yeah, right. You know, yourself will tell you, go ahead, man, just, you know, it's not going to hurt you, but, you know.
Well, that's good.
So
Nathan says thanks. And
of course.
And he's actually, Nathan was, till this day, is, he has the most views on the podcast him and I had. The second one was tremendous. Numbers are crazy. But his story is unbelievable. If you know anybody that's going through some heart problems, definitely Nate is the one to talk to. So and he's a sports guru. You know, he talks about sports all the time. Hip hop guy, you know, he likes hip hop music, can spit out some history real quick. Anyways, all right, fellas, you definitely have been the best. I am, like I said, I'm gonna be there. Promise you that.
Okay.
And
we're looking forward to seeing you. We'll stay in touch before then, though.
Yeah, and
keep you updated. You know,
I'm gonna get my little disk for my camera, and I'm gonna fill that up. I'm gonna get 1,000 pictures, you know, and definitely cannot wait. So
nice.
All right, I'll send you my cell phone number through the inbox on Messenger, and we'll go from there. Let's just keep in touch. You know, every 2 weeks, because the time's gonna fly, right?
Oh yeah, you know, we just 7-8 months ago, we're like, boy, we got 7-8 months. Now we're like, we got 4 weeks. We're like, oh shit.
That's it.
Wind the clock a little bit.
That save the date is coming, you know. So, all right, fellas, have a great evening.
You have a great evening. Everybody that's listening, thank you for listening. I love you guys. Right.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks, Charlie.
Hey, and by the way, we're on YouTube, Spotify, LinkedIn, Facebook. So I'll put this video on Spotify by the end of the day tomorrow. So you'll be on Spotify. Just look up the Really Charlie podcast, and you guys will be on Spotify as soon as tomorrow.
Cool. Okay. Beautiful.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for coming and being part of this. You guys made this podcast special.
Thank you. Back
All right. Take care. God bless.
Built different.
Yeah. All right. Oh man, I'm so happy those two dudes came on. And I wish them well. I wish them. I got this feeling. That something's gonna happen with those two. They're gonna come back with a good showing. So, all right, y'all. I will see you next Tuesday, and on the Really Charlie podcast, my guest will be Laura Elizabeth, who wrote her second book. She will be on here, and I can't wait. All right, I'm gonna end this with my favorite song by Lionel Peter Walker. Take care. God bless.
It's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bump into your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yo, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Yeah, it's the Really Charlie Podcast. Bump into your broadcast, grab a chair, fill your glass.